Tesla, it turns out, is not. They're learning some lessons here. So you might have seen the yoke steering wheel, and you might think, I don't really want to drive with a yoke. I'd rather have a regular steering wheel. So what Tesla went and did, at least as being reported here, is why have a steering wheel? Now, they're shipping Model Ys with steering wheels, and it appears they're just falling off while being driven. So the the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration here in the US has opened an investigation into this Model Y and the detaching steering wheel problem. The investigation covers approximately 120,000 Model Y vehicles produced between 2020 and 2022. Now, there's only been two major reports here of customers receiving their vehicles with the missing retaining bolt, which is used to connect the steering wheel to the steering column. So if you're missing that, it's quite literally just friction, and enough friction and the steering wheel will no longer be on the steering column. So one of these reports that it fell off while the car was in motion, and as I just explained, friction is what kept the wheel in place until enough force was exerted. And both of these events have happened at low vehicle mileage. Luckily, no one's been hurt yet, but they say that, both these Tesla customers also received repairs that required removal and reinstallation of the wheel. And, Tesla hasn't commented on this at all, which, if you don't have a public relations department, how would you comment on these things? But this is just something, recalls happen on vehicles all the time. This is a particularly wild one to have happen, but I guess if your car is capable of quote unquote full self-driving, end quote, you don't need a steering wheel. Now, the fact that they still ship it with one and it falls off, and technically they're not allowed to do that yet, is a little concerning, but hopefully it's only a few vehicles, and it was like we changed the line here, and a couple got missed, which is horrible quality control, but everyone makes mistakes, I guess. As long as no one's getting hurt, maybe, on the one hand, at least the vehicle could possibly drive you to safety if something's going that wrong. With that said, what responsibility do companies like Tesla have to ensure the safety? Like I just said, I think what we really have here is a quality control issue, which seems to be some staple at Tesla. Not that their cars are built to break or crash or anything like that, but when it comes to quality control, if you've ever looked at panel gaps or weird quirks in build quality, they're the company for it. That said, they do build impressive vehicles in other ways, but clearly they're still, refining the build process of the factory process of a car.